Life brings with it trials and pains of all kinds, and to face it, live peacefully, and be happy, it is essential to cultivate healthy self-love. Because when you don't really love yourself, you are like a house without solid foundations. It doesn't take much to suffer damage and even collapse. The Buddhist story of personal growth you are about to listen to will give you 9 precious tips to strengthen your self-love so you can face the storms of life with the right mindset. So make yourself comfortable and stay until the end. In the meantime, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share the video. In this way, you will help us produce new valuable content every day. In a remote Buddhist monastery located among the majestic mountains of Japan lived the monk Daichi. His wisdom, as fluid as the flow of a river, attracted all who sought advice and enlightenment. One day, a young woman named Aya approached him with eyes full of sadness. "Master," the girl said, "my life is hell because I'm not worth enough. I don't have good results either at work or in relationships with others." Daichi, with a compassionate smile, invited her to sit down and said, "You, my girl, don't love yourself enough." And after having reorganized his ideas, he began to tell her a parable with the intention of giving her concrete advice on how to find self-love again. "Self-love," said the monk, "is a feeling that is found within us. It is like a precious seed that must be cultivated and watered day after day, so that it grows and allows us to live peacefully. Imagine yourself as a leaf fresh off the tree of life. Each vein on the leaf represents an aspect of your being. One day, an old tree asked a leaf, "Why do you have so many veins?" The leaf replied, "Every grain tells a story. Every imperfection is part of my uniqueness." Aya, just as every vein on the leaf is part of its beauty, so every facet of your life contributes to your uniqueness. So, dear girl, the first important advice I want to pass on to you is to cultivate self-knowledge. Observe your grain with kindness, and you will discover the beauty of your authenticity. The Master's second advice was linked to profound acceptance of oneself and of life's events, which allows us to be flexible during storms. In this garden, Daichi continued, "Every plant must face the storms of life. Imagine a tree that, in the storm, bends but does not break. The tree, like us, must accept the wind and use it to root its roots deeper. So Aya, accept the wind of life and root your strength in the soil of truth." The monk's third piece of advice was to open up to feedback from others. "Every garden has a unique melody," said Daichi, "as does every heart. Aya, do like a musician tuning his instrument." One day, a violinist asked an elderly master how to become a virtuoso on his instrument. The master replied, "Listen to the feedback of your instrument and adapt your melody." So, just as a musician refines his art by listening to feedback from his instrument, you listen to the people around you and refine the melody of your life. Daichi's fourth piece of advice was to learn to navigate the uncontainable waves of the sea. "In life as in the sea, there are waves we cannot tame," said the elderly master. The advice here is to accept what you cannot control, like the uncontainable waves of the sea. A sailor one day asked his captain why the sea was so unpredictable. The captain, from the height of his experience, told him, "The sea is like life, unpredictable. The key is to learn to surf the waves. Aya, learn to surf the waves of life, accepting what you cannot change." The fifth tip, practice gratitude daily. Imagine your life as a secret garden. Daichi said, the garden of gratitude. Grow flowers of gratitude for every detail, for every little miracle in your life. One day, a gardener asked a wise old man how he kept his garden so lush. The sage replied, "With gratitude, every plant flourishes." Aya, keep a gratitude journal, because every word written is a seed planted. Awareness was the focus of Daichi's sixth advice. In the Garden of Life, Aya, there is a silent dance of awareness, the monk continued. Imagine dancing through life with awareness of your movements. One day, a dancer asked a master how he could fully express the beauty of dance. The master replied, "Be aware of every step. Feel every note of your body." So, practice mindfulness, Aya, and dance through life with grace. Be aware of yourself, your strengths, and your limitations, so you will know how to dance like the best dancers. The seventh tip had to do with the lessons hidden in pain. Life is a play, Aya, and pain is a character that enters and exits the stage, Daichi said. Imagine the pain as a wise teacher. One day, an actor asked a theater veteran how he could better interpret pain. The veteran replied, "Embrace the pain, feel its depth, and you will find lessons hidden in every tear." Aya, in pain you will find hidden lessons, and you will grow as an actor who understands the role of pain in the plot of life. Daichi's eighth piece of advice was to live in the present, because only by living in the here and now can one appreciate the gifts of life. In the Garden of Life, the present is where true wonders blossom, Daichi said. One day, a young student asked an old monk how he could live in the present. The monk replied, "Consciously every step, every breath." Aya, practice the art of living in the present, for this is where you will find the true riches of your life. Finally, the ninth tip was to practice kindness and empathy. Aya, in the vastness of humanity's garden, kindness is like a flower that blooms, Daichi said. One day, a gardener asked a master how he could make kindness flourish in his garden. The master replied, "Sow seeds of kindness wherever you go." Aya, practice empathy and spread seeds of kindness, because every kind act is a flower that perfumes your inner garden, and for every flower you make, you will receive another as a gift. The girl, fascinated by Master Daichi's stories, decided to walk in the Garden of Life, following the advice she had just received. Aya now knew what to do. Each piece of advice became a precious stone in her journey, and little by little self-love replaced the low self-esteem that had made her suffer too much. Daichi, before saying goodbye, looked at Aya with wise eyes and said, "Remember, little leaf, every grain, every imperfection is part of your inner beauty, which is unique. Cultivate awareness, embrace pain like a teacher, dance in the present, and spread flowers of kindness. But above all, be kind to yourself. In the vastness of the Garden of Life, your uniqueness is your most precious gift." In conclusion, what does this story teach us? That without self-love, we will have many difficulties navigating the storms of life. And what do you think? And what do you do concretely to love yourself more? Write it in the comments.